Hi guys, I just want to share this video and walk you through one of my threading appointments. This is one of my regular clients, so she already has bomb brows. So I'm just gonna walk you through, and if you want to book, the link is in the bio. So first thing first, I love to start off with a foam cleanser. This is one that I hand make for my clients. And I'm just gonna take my spoolie and I'm going to brush it in. I'm gonna brush. And so the brushing is so important because it is what gets the debris, the oils and everything off, and also stimulates the hair and promotes growth. And so here we're just gonna continue to brush that foam inside of the follicles and clean up all that stuff. And so next I like to take one of my cucumber wipes and I like to wipe off the excess foam. This smells so good and all my clients love it. So this is really what I do for every client who comes to me. So after I wipe off, I like to get prepped and I make my own brow serum called my brow serum. And so the serum is used for hair growth and it just stimulates the follicle. And one way that I like to stimulate my oils that I use is to brush them in with a spoolie so that I can make sure that they are reaching the follicle and that I'm stimulating it. And so I do this before I actually start the threading because it's just more hydrating, and that oil will act as a barrier or skin protector so that the string doesn't burn the skin, because it can if it's done wrong. So here I'm just gonna be brushing it in, nothing major. She looks amazing and we haven't even started yet. And forgive me for the video, I will put up better videos, but she was recording and I had my son. Alright, so here I'm just gonna take my trimmers and I'm just gonna go to that very top line and trim off the excess hair. Just a rule of thumb, try not to go into the brow and cut off hair because certain hairs need to reach. Sometimes the brow doesn't grow all the way, but the hair is long enough to kind of conceal. So you just want to be careful and precise on how you're trimming and make sure that you're not cutting into the brow to mess up the shape. So I'm just going to be repeating this on both sides and just taking my time. You don't want to rush. It's not a rush process, but just take your time, brush, make sure that everything is aligned with the natural brow. So here I'm just gonna switch around to the other side, where this is where it starts to get a little funny because maybe we were talking, but here I go. I'm brushing it up and down, and you want to make sure that you look at the pattern and the way that the hair grows, because you wouldn't want to cut against the pattern. You want to go with the pattern, and you want to make sure that you are using your trimmers right on the edge of the brow, not going in the brow again. So after that, we're just gonna brush and we're just gonna line everything and get ready to actually go into the actual threading. So the most important thing about threading to me is holding and making sure that you have proper tension. This is good hold because if she didn't have that hole and that thread caught the skin, it would be very painful and it can cut you. So first things first, I'm just going to draw a border line, and that is where my brow is going to begin. So I like to start in the front, and from that front line I just take it all the way back and slowly curve out, as you can see. This is where kind of my son picked up, so it's kind of shaky, but he tried his best and we're just going to go for it. So I'm just going over my spots and going below it to clean off all that excess hair, and that is how I get my lines nice, crisp and clean, and everything just the way I like it. So as you can see, she has that good tension, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see any folds in the skin. That way you minimize cutting and hurting. So here I'm just kind of re-cleaning off the top of the brow. And so here is me finished, and this is what I like to do after I'm done with my services. I apply some aloe gel and I like to massage that into the skin because it soothes that feeling and it just calms everything down, and I just like my girls to feel super good about their brows and just feeling relaxed, because sometimes you have a long day. And so after that, I love to decorate my steamer. Hello, nobody nobody complains about this. It's good for people with makeup or without, because I have some that keep it, some that don't. So this kind of just set the pores and calm the skin down from being traumatized, girl. But so here I'm just gonna steam it off, and I normally wipe the steam over the whole face, and that'll just help refresh them. And that's typically how I run my appointments. Again, if you are looking the book, my link is in the bio. What's good?